Hi guys, good morning. It's 2:51 a.m. here in Singapore. Um, I was just about to go to sleep, but then I realized I think I want to do this topic with you guys. Okay, today I'm gonna talk to you guys and share with you about identifying trends. Okay, um, whether it is an uptrend, downtrend, or sideways. Okay, for those are the three types of trend when you look in the market. Okay, like for instance, right, the best way to look at the trend, you can start looking at the daily first, because from the daily, right, you can see a general direction of a trend. Okay, a general direction of a trend. Okay, so if you look at the general direction of a trend, like for example, right, if you look at this pound Aussie, if you look at this pound Aussie, right, the general direction of this trend is towards the downside. Am I right? So we can see that it's a downtrend market. Okay, so I'm going to give you some other examples so that you can understand what I'm talking about. We are about identifying trends, okay, up, down, and sideways. Because when you trade the markets, right, whether in forex, indices, or whichever instrument that you choose, it's always trading with the trend is the best way forward. Okay, because when you are trading on the opposite of the trend, right, while it will, when the situation arises, right, like for instance in this case this is the opposite of the trend, but we can't possibly be selling this when the buyers are pushing up, right? So this at this point of time is still okay, but always remember the general direction of the trend. Okay, because the general direction of the trend is the one that will give a more bigger moves. Okay, like example for ideal, how do I illustrate that it will give a more better move in this case, right? If you see that for every that is like example the starting of a trend, right, example you see this down move, that's number one, right? It's the start of a downtrend already, then followed by another strong move, correct? Just follow me through this, okay? One strong move down, another strong move down, and then after a few days, right, we never see a lot of strong move here until here this strong move down. And if you notice, right, with each of this move, right, price make, example for this move price reach until here, and with this move price go into a lower low, right, and with this move price go into a lower low, all right, and then with this move price going to a lower low. So the thing is that this is where the general direction of the trend, we know that the trend is towards the downside. So always look at a trend and then identify the kind of orders that you want to make. Like for instance, right, if you look at this pound Aussie, and if you do not apply the techniques like to see the trend, right, like for example, if I'm going to give you an example, right, okay, let me give you an example, right. If I'm going to put this one in the replay, right, if you look at this, oh, price has already went into a downtrend, right? Oh, this is a buy signal. And then if you know like what some other people make their analysis, say, oh, they look left and all that. I don't see and all that. I only look at the trend and the momentum. Like, oh, there is a previous support here, so it's meant for us to buy. Okay, technically not wrong, but the general direction is not to look from here. The way that it's supposed to look is actually from here, and see who are pushing the market, who is in control of the market actually. Because if you going to make your analysis and your way of looking at the market at this, like at this kind of view, right, what's going to happen? They say, yeah, see, I'm right, you're right, correct. But what's going to happen, right? The trend will eventually play you away. It will play you away, because at the end of the day, right, it's not about this. While this helps to move the market, at the end of the day, right, what we are seeing over here is actually this is trending move towards the downside, and then this is considered as a small retracement, and this seems like to be a continuation of this drop, right? So that is where important. I mean, if you look at this, right, this movement, right, the only data that we need is only this trending move retrace, and that's it. I don't need this, all this data I don't need. I certainly don't need this thing as well. Okay, don't need. Okay, because it just makes your analysis like more messy, and you don't even know what to do. Okay, make it simple. So this is the I'm going to give another example for some of the pairs, and then you can see. So for instance, in this case, for the downtrend move, right, is it strong? I will say 50-50, because the move, right, while the move, like for instance, you see this move, right, what is down, right, it's not as strong as this one. See, this is very strong momentum, right? This one is, well, it's still moving down, but it's not really that strong. Okay, but it's still down, right? Let me give another example. Let's go to pound yen, right? Pound yen, I took a sell. Pound yen, why I took a sell, right, is based on this example. If you look at the general direction for this trend, while I do understand that this looks to be an uptrend, the problem with this uptrend is that is this push down here. This candle here changed the whole complexion of the game. Okay, because why? Because this is where I identify that this is going to be a sell setup. Because remember, this candlestick, right, it's not just a strong bearish candlestick pushing the market down, but it's actually break off this previous demand here. So in this case, right, price go down here, price broke this demand here, and then price make a pullback, and then retesting the top, so we consider double top, and then price went down. So in this case, right, while the trend looks to be up, there is no reason for me to look for a buy, because there's no strength in the buyers as well. It's all about the sellers right now. And yeah, of course, you guys need to because I see all this thing a lot of time, you all will know. Okay, so like example, gold, right, see, it's a very clear uptrend. It's a very clear uptrend. See, so the general direction of this pair is up. So just when the pair is up, right, if you know that the pair is up, what you need to do when you want to look for a buy or sell, right, as I say, identify the trending move. In this case, right, see 1 2, this is a trending move. Identify the trending move. So this is a rally. After the rally, this is a base. So this base, right, if you look at this, the sellers try to push the market down but fail multiple times. Okay, so we know that the price is making a support down here, or making a new demand zone. So that is where price make a demand zone and then price push up. Okay, so in this case, it's still uptrending. And then with this, you see the next candle here, this is a trending move towards the upside, right? Just look at this three rally here. Then this is a inside bar, but this bearish candle does nothing. It's just a pullback. Okay, price make a pullback inside bar, and then price make an inside bar breakout. Right? So just based on that. Okay, so for right now, for gold, it is still bullish unless proven otherwise, because right now in a few more hours, right, we should be closing the monthly candle. Okay, this monthly candle for every pairs. Okay, so we are done then. Pound NZD. Okay, see pound NZD, while the general trend is towards the upside. Okay, okay. Look at where price is at the moment. At this point of time, right, even though price is up, going up towards upside, okay, price is at an area of resistance. So I will be very cautious if I want to take any buys from this position. Okay, I'm more inclined towards a sell should the opportunity present itself. Why I say that? Because if you look at this candle, right, it looks like a doji. Okay, price close like a doji, not really going anywhere. But in the 4-hour, you can start to see cracks the way I see it. If you look at 4-hour, still remember just now I tell you, see there's a push down here. What does this push do? It break off this demand, correct? So it break off this demand here. So when it's break off this demand here, at this point of time, we do not want to be sellers. Not yet, because price already went down. So my expectations is that price to retest up until a certain supply level around here, and then I will look for a sell signal or a weak bar momentum around here, and then to go for a short. Okay, that is my analysis for pound NZD. Euro Aussie. See Euro Aussie, we look at the daily, right? Look at this. Where is the general trend for this market? The general trend of this market, initially this is uptrend market, but now it has become a downtrend market. Okay, just because of the broken trend line, also as partly, okay, price is not making higher highs. This is the last high, and that's it, price went down. So right now we can see that price has changed into a bearish. So the general direction for this trend is towards the downside. Okay, and price will already drop in this case. Okay, so the momentum looks strong. Let me see the 4-hour. See the 4-hour, there is no strength from the buyers to push this price up. Can we sell here? Of course not. But if you want to buy, you'll be very risk taking with this kind of daily close. Two daily close that shows that buyers fail to push price up, inside bar coiling, inside bar breakout. Okay, and at this moment there's nothing that we can take. Alright, but pound Euro Aussie is look for sell, but not at this moment. We have to wait and see what happens here. Okay, price could just maybe make a base around here. Price can just make a base around here, and then maybe it can probably drop here. So we have to see what happens. Pound USD. Let me see the general direction of this trend. This one general direction is up, but now it's actually down. Okay, but we can see that at this point of time, right, buyers are still pushing up. Okay, but why didn't price go down? It's because there is no strength from the seller to push this price down at the moment. Okay, but can we buy? Is a bit risky because I see this general direction of this trend is towards the downside. Alright, so look for a sell will be a much better approach rather than a buy for pound USD. Technically price look to be an inside bar breakout, but still a lot of things can happen here. So I'll be looking towards the sell. There's an opportunity presents itself because the daily close looks like a weak bar momentum and could not escape above the mother bar high and force break of the previous high. I mean, yeah, it break the previous high, but it cannot close above the previous high. So that tells me that the bias is not strong. Okay, so usually like if I want to see example, for instance, if you ask me why after this one never price go down, because you look at the intensity of the sellers. This is the intensity of the seller at this point of time. Look at the intensity of the sellers right now. It has been reduced, right? Which is why this price never go down. Okay, so wait for power. Once the power is calm, then we wait for pullback, and then we sell. Why? Because the general direction of this pair is towards the downside. So wait for the power. Okay, so I hope you guys can understand general direction of the trend. Okay, like for instance, in this case, the strength of the downtrend, right, is to me good. Okay, good for us. So just practice looking for, identify your trend first in the daily, and then look for the entry triggers that will support your analysis or your bias that you discover while you are analyzing the daily charts. Okay, so that will be the most important thing. Remember, do not fight the trend, and then remember momentum. Okay, do not, we want to buy or sell right when momentum is in our favor. Okay, example right now, right, even though price never go down, oh, can I buy here? Look at your buy, there's no momentum. And you are also fighting the trend. You get what I mean? How many pips here? 50 pips, 40 pips? No, don't do that. Okay, unless there's power, then okay, then I say, like for instance, what I mean by power, like for instance here, you see this is a no momentum, right? Suddenly there is power here. Okay, carry on, we can take a buy. Until that happens, no. Alright guys, so I'll leave you. I'll come back with another video soon. See you guys, bye.